Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will explain about the Ars Goetia, also known as the 72 Pillars or the Lemegeton, as a group comprised of 72 demons with exemplary strength in their own legions. They are listed in the Grimoire Lesser Key of Solomon. Their great amount of power and leadership status among the lesser demons also grants each Goetia the authority to exert command over Lucifer's other forces within hell. Lucifer himself is confident enough of the Ars Goetia's abilities to send them out on potentially hazardous missions, such as gathering information from Earth, fighting strong angels such as cherubim by themselves, and searching for items that would benefit the Emperor of Hell, or even destroying certain things that may be an obstacle. Ironically, most of the Ars Goetia are not actually pure demons, but were in actuality fallen angels that rebelled alongside Lucifer during the war in heaven. Lucifer's respect and even care for the Ars Goetia is reflected in his manner of addressing them, often referring to them as my dear brothers or my beloved fallen. While all of them are completely loyal to Lucifer, some of the loyalists are also discreetly so fearful of him that they almost desire to refuse following him. Lucifer himself is known to be harsh and cruel to them should they fail in a certain task, but he is not completely without mercy, as he chooses to spare them from a cruel punishment, unlike Satan. There seems to be a sort of hierarchy among the Goetia. A higher ranked member apparently can give orders to lower ranked members. This is evidenced with the demon Satanatia holding Ammon, Pruflas, and Barbatos as his own subordinates. When a demon of the Goetia is either summoned or tasked by Lucifer, it usually involves one or more Goetia demons operating together, with the strongest members exercising command over the others, being less powerful than they. And even then, it is also due to the status that they hold, such as a count or an earl being under the command of a marquis. While the Ars Goetia appear to constantly gather in Hell's council to discuss certain events alongside their lord Lucifer, they can have their own quarters within Hell, which ranges from castles, underground fortresses, or even a separate dimension that is tethered to Hell. These palaces are modified to suit the specific Goetia demon's taste. The Ars Goetia most famous version arguably is the 1904 published by Aleister Crowley and reusing Louis Le Breton's illustrations for Colin de Plancy's Dictionnaire Infernal, although using Demon Prufla's illustration for person. The Goetia is inspired by Johann Weyer's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum list, the oldest known version being Livre des Esprits. Other medieval lists include the Munich Manual of Demonic Magic and Fasciculus Rerum Geomanticorum. Member of Ars Goetia. The 72 Pillars or the Lemegeton is a group comprised of 72 demons. King Baal, Duke Agaris, Prince Visago, Marquis Samogina, President Marbus, Duke Valifer, Marquis Ammon, Duke Barbatos, King Paimon, President Bur, Duke Guzhan, Prince Citri, King Beloth, Marquis Larier, Duke Eligos, Duke Zephyr, Count, President Botus, Duke Bathan, Duke Salos, King Person, Count, President Morax, Count, Prince Ipios, Duke Aim, Marquis Nibirius, Count, President Glaciolabilis, Duke Bune, Marquis, Count Ronov, Duke Bereth, Duke Astaroth, Marquis Fornius, President Furus, King Asmodee, Prince, President Gap, Count Furfur, Marquis Marcosius, Prince Stolas, Marquis Phoenix, Count Halphas, President Malphas, Count Roim, Duke Focalar, Duke Vepr, Marquis Sabnik, Marquis Shax, King, Count Vine, Count Bifrons, Duke Vul, President Hagentai, Duke Crocel, Knight Furkas, King Balaam, Duke Elosses, President Kime, Duke/Count Murmur, Prince Arabas, Duke Grimoire, President Ase, President Amy, Marquis Oriash, Duke Vapula, King, President Zagan, President Valak, Marquis Andras, Duke Flauros, Marquis Androlphus, Marquis Camares, Duke Amdujas, King Belial, Marquis de Carabia, Prince Seir, Duke Dantalion, Count Andromalius. Actions. Many members of the Ars Goetia often resemble deities and monsters from other mythologies. Whether they were the actual deities of old, later impostors, or just demonization of later Christian demonologists, is unknown. Notable examples: Agaris, Argus Panoptes, servant of Hera from Greek mythology. Ammon, Amun, Egyptian god of the sun. Andros, Andraste, Celtic war goddess. Astaroth, Astarte, Mediterranean goddess of love and war. Baal, Hadad, Mesopotamian god of war and thunder. Balaam, Balaam, non-Israelite prophet. Bathan, Nephthys, Egyptian goddess of women. Bifrons, Janus, Roman god of doors and new beginnings. Hagentai, Bastet, Egyptian goddess of cats, women, art and war. Ipios, Anubis, Egyptian god who serves as the judge of the dead. Camares, Chimera, Greek monster. Morax, Mot, Egyptian goddess of truth and harmony. Nibirius, Cerberus, hellhound guardian of the Greek underworld. Oriash, Osiris, Egyptian god of the underworld. Phoenix, Phoenix, Greek wife bird. Person, Horus, Egyptian god of kings. Ram, Khnum, Egyptian god of the Nile. Sabnik, Sobek, Egyptian god the Nile. Sitri, Set, Egyptian god of chaos. Zagan, Dagon, Mesopotamian god of agriculture. Zephyr, Zephyrus, Greek god of the west wind. Myths and legends. Ars Goetia is the title of the first section of the Lesser Key of Solomon, containing descriptions of the 72 demons that King Solomon is said to have evoked and confined in a bronze vessel sealed by magic symbols, and that he obliged to work for him. The Ars Goetia assigns a rank and a title of nobility to each member of the infernal hierarchy, and gives the demons signs they have to pay allegiance to, or seals. The lists of entities in the Ars Goetia correspond, to high but varying degree, often according to edition, with those in Johann Weyer's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, an appendix appearing in later editions of his De Praestigiis Daemonum, of 1563. A revised English edition of the Ars Goetia was published in 1904 by Samuel Liddell Mathers and Alistair Crowley as the Goetia. Based on manuscripts from the British Museum, with additions by Crowley, including a preliminary invocation drawn from Goodwin's fragment of a Greco-Egyptian work upon magic, and the essay The Initiated Interpretation of Ceremonial Magic. It is not a faithful edition of the source manuscripts but contains several innovations, including some evocations in Enochian written by Crowley. In his introduction, Crowley argues that the work of demonic evocation is merely a form of psychological self-exploration. It has since become a relatively well-known book of magic and has even been featured in places like the graphic novel Promethea by Alan Moore and James Blish's novel Black Easter.